Test. Hello everyone, it's Karolina here. Welcome to my new workshop. This is it. After a while, we are back. We've been renovating it for like half a year, I think. And the main challenge we had was basically to mix workshop part with the kitchen part. I'm not going to show you kitchen part because it's boring. Today is basically an update of what's currently happening, what's going to be happening this year. I'm quite excited, also stressed out as always, but we're used to it, so let's just roll with it. These costumes are the cosplans and I will start with them, but these won't be the ones we'll start this year with. And to keep the suspense going, I will announce the last ones, well, the upcoming ones, last, because it's my video and I'm going to do it that way. Unscripted. So, I need to check if the camera is actually catching what I need to catch. So, what's been done with FemShep is, as you can see, almost, well, actually all the panels are sewn. This is how it looks at the back. What is missing is the lining inside and the zips. There are minor corrections to do. For example, I need to lower the chest area because I made it slightly too long by, like, as you can see here, probably around 2 centimeters. So that's the main issue that I need to solve when I will be coming back to it. I have all my partners for FemShep with me here. So at some point, once this is finished, I'm going to trace them and make them potentially available in my shop. That's how it's going to look on the inside, in the front, and then obviously it will all come up at the back. I couldn't find a zip that is, I think this is 23 or 5, no, wrong, it's some stupid number, it's 27 centimeters long. What I had to come up with is to create separate, let's say, skirt. In the end it will come up like that. Separate skirt that will come on top of the top of the dress, so that there are 2 zips that I'll need to use. Another interesting problem is the fact that there are no, at least I couldn't find locally and online, zips that are hidden zips. So the zip here is on the other side, it won't be as visible on this side, that are open-ended. So I will definitely struggle to put it on because I will make it zip from the bottom to top so that my arms can go in here and I somehow wiggle through. Because if I did it other way around, I don't think I would be able to put it on at all. So that's a little bit of a challenge. I'm quite looking forward how it will turn out because I've never had to experiment with zips like that before, because the other one in the design of the actual dress in-game is also upside down, so the zip will end at the top. But this time the zip that I'm using is actually open-ended, so it won't matter. I'll just like open it and cover the longer back panels of the dress. Because the front, the way you see this line is exactly where it ends, whereas this part here is this secret longer material action going on. With FemShep, it's also important to mention that I am going to work on her weapons, which I need to show you now. So this is the gun that I'm going to do. As you can see, there are some areas inside to put electronics in. I wanted to at least have some LEDs so it's quite shiny and looking a bit futuristic. I also have M3 Predator parts printed by my brother back when I didn't have a printer that I'm going to use in the future for my FemShep. Some other things we are going to work on this year will be thermal katana, and these are the parts that I've already printed. There is space for electronics, so what you do, you just plonk it together. If you're lucky, it works. Here are some of the parts that I will need to use. For example, I had to buy a rod that will reinforce the entire thing because, as you can see, it is going on through the entire print, and that's the sword area that I'm going to be holding, which also will have electronics housed for transparent area of the print, so that it can also be shiny and look more electronic, cyberpunky, futuristic. Basically, it is all printed, it just needs to be assembled, wired and finished. am also working on repairing my ash. Here are the 3 prototypes that I printed. They look awful, but basically that was the idea. They don't have any reinforcement inside, so that's why they are falling apart, because I didn't want to waste more material than I already was figuring out the scale. And this is the final version that I will need to sand and finish and wire. I also printed new grenades. The lights will go in here. That's the shiny part. You know the drill. Some details, because I'll also be making new helmet. What I think I need to remake is helmet, her armor, at least her shoulder armor, and no, all of her armor actually. Yes. I also got new leggings because I usually would wear white ones and she has actually grey. Nothing big, just new thing. And I will be I will also be reworking. I will be also making again her leather parts on her legs, because the ones that I have are still okay. It's just some details started falling off, and at the time when I was working with it, I was learning how to work with faux leather, and now I know how to do it. So I know I would be able to sell those weird patterns better. So that's the plan, to just refresh her look. I don't want to redo the entire thing because there's no point, as she is now redesigned for the new game. So I just don't want to spend too much time on it, but I want to make it look better than it was, because it's been 4 years now and she's still popular, so why not? I like her. She deserves some love. This is the dress I bought for Miranda from Mass Effect to work on her costume, because at the time when I was buying it, we had COVID, we had Brexit, and all of the shops that used to deliver to the UK, they stopped. So I had to figure out an alternative way of getting my material. I'm just going to reuse them and hopefully I will get the desired effect. And we also cannot forget Soul Reaver, that needs a little bit of sanding, final sanding and painting, something to reinforce the inside, because these were not reinforced unfortunately. That was my first print, so I was still learning what to do. And gluing together, because even though it glued and fused very well, unfortunately due to no rod inside, it collapsed while I was working on it, which is fine, we are learning, shit happens. And last but not least, I am also working on a frost mod. I modded this design and my plan is to have LEDs in it and a smoke machine. So we are still in the printing process that I'm updating you on Discord for my Carolinian army. This is my cupboard. As you can see, I can fit in here, barely, almost. Now let's talk business. This is what we are doing this year. Spectre, I started doing my tests already. This is her head that I've modeled and I will use as my helmet. That's the material I'm going to use. It's beautiful purple scuba, very thin, nice and flowy, loves acrylic colors, and I love that. I'm going to make Spectre for an event in Berlin at the beginning of May or end of April. They haven't announced the dates yet, so we're waiting. While working on Spectre, I will also be working on Living Saint Celestine. This girl will be finished for 13th and 14th of May SCGC event that I am co-organizing with my lovely team for months to make 2 big costumes, but we can do this. Let me know which costume you are most excited for. I think it's those 2 ladies, but I would like to know what are your ideas, whether you'd like to see something different. That is all that I have in the workshop right now to deal with. Shitload of stuff. Thank you guys for coming today and watching it. These are my updates for 2023. I hope you are as excited as I am. Hopefully you will join me on this journey. If not, just leave me alone, I don't care. Bye!